Drivers, start your engines!
What's going on, guys? Blowover Bros here, and welcome back to the FedEx Amateur Series Season 3 race number 16, Chase race number 2. I'm here all by myself for once. It's been a long time since I've done a solo commentary on a race, but your starting lineup is Eli Bright on pole, his second straight pole of the weekend, and then Chaser Donovan Dewitt in second, Dalton Riley third, Adam Akers fourth, Jeff Blackman, and then Josh Stinger round out your top 6. This is a slightly longer race than usual, 59 laps. They should have to pit 2 to 3 times, depending. They might make an unscheduled fourth stop, depending on if there's a caution at the end. So, strategy could come into play. Eli Bright is really good at Rockingham. He almost won the chase race here last season in the Cup Series. As green flag is out, Donovan Dewitt with an awful start. Angie Brown, Chaser, not having a good start to Rockingham. Is there 3 wide? Dalton Riley going for the lead. Donovan Dewitt going from the outside to the dive bomb, all the way up to second. Dalton Riley will take that bonus point for the lead lap. Really unfortunate for Donovan Dewitt. Eli Bright going to drop back. Now it's Jeff Blackman and Logan Claudel and Luke Ryan all never mind. Now just Logan Claudel and Jeff Blackman all single file, running out the top 5. In the Traxxas Truck Series race yesterday, we've seen the outside lane be the preferred line in some scenarios, and the inside lane the preferred line in some scenarios. So definitely a 2-group racetrack, but that was during the night when there's a lot more grip. Now it's mid-afternoon, so that track's a lot slicker, and these are not trucks, so I don't know how this race is going to work out compared to yesterday. It's got a couple of chasers, Tyler Kaiser and Capula Bai, both battling. I don't know what place this is for. 6th, I think. Yep, 6th. Eli Bright continues to draw back. We're going to go quickly try finding some chase drivers. As Nathan Stapleton, 19th. Kyle Akers, 23rd. Hunter Spartan dropping back big time. He almost gets ran over by David Cervantes, as he is in a 3-wide situation. And he's going to fall dramatically outside the top 30 here. Has Alice Flood. Terrible qualifying effort for that 3 car. Same with Drew Charles in the 32. He had an awful race yesterday. Rockingham just does not seem to be his track. Angie Brown back on track. Is she a lap down? 1 lap down. It's super unfortunate for her. Angie Brown has led the points all season, but a bad race last week has her last in the chase grid, 33 points out of the lead. And I'm sure there's going to be a couple wrecks and a couple DNFs, but I don't see her getting back on the lead lap for a while. So this could be huge. Coming into today, Drew Charles, who's having a bad race, as we mentioned earlier, very briefly. Right there. Last time by was 39th. Right now I think he's up to 38th. He came into this race with a 2-point lead over both Burt Ford and Tyler Kaiser. We haven't even seen Burt Ford yet. Where's he at? There he is. Just outside the top 20. Actually, I think he'll be 19th. Oh, 18th. Okay. So he's making the gains. Okay, anyways, I got a message from, this is kind of unprofessional, but I got a message from my boy Spike Buck, who just got back from Texas. He lives in New York, so schedule some recording tonight or something. Anyways, that was off topic. Tyler Kaiser came into this race also 2 points behind Drew Charles and points, tied for second with Burt Ford, and in just 9 laps, he's up to 6th, and undoubtedly your new points leader. Alice Flood in 4th, and Donovan Dewitt 5th in points. Donovan Dewitt, though, 2nd, came into this race 7 back, 5 behind Tyler Kaiser, and neither of them have a bonus point, so they would technically be tied for the points lead, so I kind of lied and hyped up Tyler Kaiser right there. So, Donovan having an amazing season in both trucks and cup. Ooh, and there's a car in the wall. I don't think there was a wreck, but someone did hit the wall. Angie Brown, though, is reeled in the pack, so she apparently has a really stout car. Joseph Rakowski yesterday after the Traxxas Truck Series race said he absolutely hates Rockingham. He's never ran well here, and it shows by his on-track performance, as he is all the way down in 41st, just not having a good car. Don't know what the problem is. It looks extremely tight in the center and just washed up the track. Can't keep it on the bottom, but it's not it's not like undrivable, evidently, as he's passed 2 cars in 1 straightaway. And Nathan Stapleton Chaser all the way down in 41st. Dalton Riley, though, continues to lead as there's a huge battle in the back. But literally, the top 9 are all single file, and then Michaela Dogan and Luke Ryan, are battling out for that final spot in the top 10. Nick Ventura not far behind it. It's his birthday weekend. His birthday was on Saturday, I believe. So, having a good performance at Rockingham. This is the site of his one and only Call of Duty Cup Series win. So this is a good trick for old Nick Ventura. Eli Bright, your pole sitter, all the way down in 13th. Yep. And you got Kyle Akers and Burt Ford. And you got Mac. I'm sorry if you have kids in the background. They like playing in the hallway right outside my door and being extremely loud. And Kapula Bai rounds out your top 20. Alice Flood not having the best day. She's back in 22nd, trying to make a move on Phillip John. Coming to lap 16 of 59, though. Pit stop should be coming between now and I think lap 22. If you want to do the under pit, now would be about the time to do it. But I think they can make it to about 22. See when the leaders start pulling off. Not right now, evidently. And the top 15 are all single file. I know this looks like a boring race thus far, but this is lap 16 of 59, so there's no point in going out there and wrecking your car. Is there a caution or something? Everyone's going like so calm. There's not. As Dalton Riley continues to lead. Dalton was the first driver in channel history to win a race in all 3 of our big series. He got his first ever win ever in any of the series in the FedEx Amateur Series last season at Talladega. He then went and won the Lonesome Tracks Destructions race on dirt at the Bristol Dirt Track this season. And then in Cup, he won at Atlanta earlier in the season. So, Dalton Riley, definitely one to keep an eye on in next season. Donovan Dewitt as well. He, if he finishes top 5 in points, he has a guaranteed ride with Penske next season in the Cup Series, one of the best teams. So, and if he doesn't finish top 5 in points, he has a guaranteed ride in that 22 for amateur next season. But he is eligible for Cup regardless of where he finishes. And then Nathan Stapleton was back in last, or 41st earlier, works way up to 37th. The track just seems really difficult to pass on. Angie Brown, though, evidently has, I said evidently so much this video, she has a really good car. She's passing people, but she just can't seem to, it's not worth it because she's not on the lead lap. So, she's going to need a caution so she can line up front row, basically. And then she's going to need a quick caution right after that and hope she can get the pass. It's Drew Charles. He was towards the back of the pack. Now he's up to 22nd. He didn't have a good race yesterday. Trying to turn his luck around. Burt Ford all the way back in 13th. Nick Ventura in 10th. Tyler Kaiser all the way up to 8th. And Donovan Dewitt dropping like a rock. He was 3rd, and now he's 5th all in 1 lap. In a race where passing hasn't been the easiest, that's not something you want to see from your driver. But like I said, pit stops should be happening literally any lap from now. I said 22 is about the furthest they can go. Apparently I was wrong. That's how far they could make it in the first time at Rockingham this season. So, I don't know. It's battle for 3rd between teammates Bart Kesey and Jeff Blackman. And Dalton Riley is pitting. Wow. The first car to pit, and it's the leader. I was not expecting that. Alright, I was correct about 22. I didn't think they can go any further than that, but apparently they can. As now Logan Claudel leads. A chase driver has not led a lap yet this race, so that bonus point is still heavily available. Logan staying out another lap. That's so weird. The tire advantage that Dalton Riley and everyone else who pit, tire advantage they're going to have is going to be so big. I don't see the point staying out unless you're doing it solely on, or for the sole purpose of getting a bonus point, but these guys, the bonus point really doesn't matter because they're not in the chase. And that's what I was expecting, a chase driver to stay out and get the bonus point. Burt Ford's going to go from 9th to lead lap 24. And that one bonus point is going to be huge. Coming in today, like we mentioned earlier, he was tied for 2nd in points. Drew Charles up in 4th, Alice Flood 6th. And that's basically everyone that stayed out. We're gonna put the camera back on Dalton Riley though, because he should be the leader whenever they cycle back around, and he should have a big lead. Oh man, you can just tell how good the fresh tires are at the 3 and 4. That car didn't lose any momentum. Okay, Dalton got past Logan, and look at the gap he put on Logan Claudel. Yeah, those fresh tires, there was no point in staying out those extra laps. But there might be a method to their madness. They can go a couple laps further than Dalton and everyone else that pit on the first lap. They can go probably 2 to 5 laps further. So they could potentially do one less stop if this race stays green to the end. So it's a pretty good strategy, I suppose. Burt Ford could be in the catbird seat if this stays green to the end. But now a bunch of people could be falling a lap down here. So I don't know if staying out that long was worth it, as Dalton is back in the lead. And he has a 2-second advantage now due to short pitting. And he's right behind Glenn Dewitt. Glenn won yesterday's Traxxas Truck Series race. So he, I guess he's a little shocked that he's running 36th and barely on the lead lap halfway through this race. Well, 35th now. Jeff Bridle lap down. Chaser Nathan. Oh my God, kids are crying. Chaser Nathan Stapleton's a lap down. I can't get past that damn pace car. Alright. I apologize about that. I have the loudest family, like, in the world, I think. Anyways, coming to lap 29, Nathan Stapleton's a lap down, running 38th. Not the second chase race he wants. Alice Flood and Hunter Spartan. Alice really got hurt by that pit cycle. She was up inside the top 10, and now she's outside the top 30. It's just a game of strategy you got to play. As Tyler Kaiser really, if you pit on that first lap, man, you were set. However, Donovan Dewitt is reeling in Dalton Riley, and pretty quickly. He has a ton of lap traffic between him and the leader, and then really there's very little traffic in front of the 40, about half a straightaway. Let me give you guys a little insight real quick. I know this is off topic from the race, but if you keep hearing my phone go off, there it is again. That is the Below Bros group chat, and Hobo decided to inform everyone randomly out of the blue that he might download Pokemon Go again. Anyways, back to your regularly scheduled program. As Dalton Riley losing a ton of time to Donovan Dewitt here as lap traffic get underneath him. And there's something that might be wrong with that 20 car, unless he's just playing it smart and letting them go by. He has a race lead to protect. And still so much racing left in this race. But there might be something wrong with that 20 car, as Donovan Dewitt gained nearly a second that lap. This is a popular thing we see at Rockingham. I'm pretty sure at the end of every race we've ever done that ended under green at Rockingham, the leader at the end of the race is quickly getting reeled in by second, and there's usually a lead change in the final few laps. It happened in the chase race of the Cup Series last season. It happened in the first race, in the amateur race here this season. So it's a really popular thing for this to happen, but it's usually at the end of the race, not middle stages. But who knows, Dalton, I know he has a good long run car because he's led every green flag lap. That wasn't in the middle of a pit cycle. So, that's exactly what Dalton needs to see is the 06 get underneath the 22. And hopefully, Dalton doesn't race Donovan do it extremely crazy, considering the 22's in the chase and Dalton's not. But you got to race Donovan. You can't just let him go, you know? Like, if they're not careful, Tyler Kaiser's going to reel him in. There's so much traffic, though, in front of them that if Dalton tries stepping it up to keep 22 behind him, he's going to run into the basically the brick wall again. And that 77 is gaining fast. He gained 2.5 tenths that time by. We're going to go on board Tyler Kaiser real quick. Oh, my God. I'm so sorry if you hear people in the background. Oh, he lost about 0.5 tenth there. And the 06 got underneath this 22. And look how much time you lose when that happens. The 77 was 1.6 back. And the 22 was 0.38 back. Oh, but the 06 could be the difference maker as he tries to get underneath the 20. Wow, they didn't really lose any time. Oh, the 77's getting passed by Logan Claudel. Logan Claudel in the 12 is Donovan doing the 22's teammate. So that is the biggest thing that Logan could have done as a teammate, was get by that 77. And now the 77's our drawback is Bart Kesey. Coming with a run. 21 laps to go this time by. Check where other chasers running. Burt Ford running 12th. Capullo by 14th. Kyle Akers 16th. Drew Charles 18th. Joe Sarkowski up to 17th, though, after all that pit strategy. I believe he pit on that first lap. And then we have to go pretty far back to find the other chasers. Alice Flood in 32nd. Andy Brown still 41st. Just really unfortunate. 34th for Hunter. And Nathan Stapleton all the way back in 38th. But Donovan do it. Man, that 12 might just be the fastest car on the track. Remember, he pit a long time after the 22 and the 20. So he has slightly fresher tires. So if this race stays green to the end, the 12 could potentially be the best car on track. But with another pit stop coming between laps 44 and 48, I'd say. I don't know, man. There's not going to be a lot of time, and it took him forever to reel them in. Oh, and the 20 is going to pit super early. The 22 seen that, and he's going to pit with him. I was not expecting him to pit that early. He pit on lap 22. Why would you pit on 42? That's 20 laps. You made it 22 the first time. But anyways, literally everyone's coming with the 22, the 77. Eli Bright's already on pit road, so he pit extremely early. That just changed everything. As Logan Claudel, he knows he can go to about lap 45, 46, judging if he wants to stretch it all the way on that fuel and tire load. But I reckon he won't do that. He'll be giving up so much time. I don't think he was even expecting them to pit that early. I know I wasn't. And Eli Bright, Pulsar trying to play some strategy here. He's got to do something. If the 12 pulls down and breaks, man, he's going to get ran over. I think Logan was planning on pitting right there, the way he went low entering. But Eli wasn't having any of it. Anyone else going to pit? Nick Ventura. Interesting. Hunter Spartan's going to pit. And here comes Dalton. Lap 45 now. 15 laps to go. Oh, never mind. Hold up. He's not the leader. Who is the leader? Oh, bunch of people pitting now. Logan Claudel now. 15 laps to go. He should be pitting either this lap or for sure the next. Like, he can't go much further. He's letting the 8 go by. He's probably going to pull off to the inside right here. Yep. Logan is pitting. Shepard Richmond getting by on the outside. Shepard blew an engine while being the points leader yesterday in the Czech Truck Series race, so that was really unfortunate for him. Angie Brown technically back on the lap, but I think she still has to pit. Oh god, we gotta find the 20. There he is. Oh god. Oh no. Hate when this happens. Where is he? There he is. There's Dalton. With Tyler Kaiser literally right behind him. And Donovan Dewitt lost a lot of time on pit road. He went in second. And Dalton Riley's pit crew has been exceptional today. He's came out of the pits with literally seconds leads. Like, he went in with a car length or so, and he came out with literally 2 seconds on, not 2 seconds, but he came out with like about a second and a half on the 77. But the 12 is still the leader, but I think once the 20 comes around this time by, he will no doubt have the lead. As Glenn Dewitt got by the 77, and that's just going to hurt Tyler Kaiser. Yeah, just under a second lead. Jeff Bright coming out of the pits now. They should be good. They shouldn't have to pit again, unless there's a caution towards the end. But even then, I miscalculated at the beginning. Nathan Stapleton came in today 31 points back, and with Donovan Dewitt 2 points out of the lead coming in, running third. Tyler Kaiser, Donovan was 7 points out. Tyler Kaiser was 2 points out coming in, and he's running second right now. It's not looking good for those that have had 2 bad races in a row. But we still have a lot of tracks coming up that points can change in a hurry. We've got Atlanta, we've got Talladega, we've got Homestead, and I can't remember the other ones off the top of my head. But 10.5 laps to go. It's looking really good for Dalton Riley to get his second career FedEx Amateur Series win. Actually, I think third. Yeah, third, because he won at Fontana earlier this season. David Cervantes pitting. Interesting. This will be Dalton Riley's second win of the season if he can hold on for 10 more laps. He's got 9.5 tenths of a second lead with lap traffic in front of him. Alice Flood in danger of falling a lap down. Coming in, she was 4th in points, 5 points out, so this won't completely kill her, but she's going to need the 77 and 22 to choke really bad here. And the 77's going to need this 40 to be a bro and get by him. Remember what I said, the trend at Rockingham. Second place usually reels in the leader in the closing laps. Could it happen again? Lap 52 now. Dalton Riley, 8.5 laps away from winning at Rockingham. Can Tyler Kaiser say anything about that and get his second career win? Donovan Dewitt's too far back. He's getting attacked for lap traffic now. It's not looking good for the 22. The car faded towards the end of the run, or the end of the race. Lap 53 now. And the 77 did gain almost 2 tenths. As there's no lap traffic between them. Coming to lap 54, 6 laps to go. Man, the 77 gets off turn 4 so much better. I don't know if that's the word I wanted to use, but much better than the 20 does. But Nathan Stapleton getting by the 77. He does not want the 77 to win this race. Nathan's in the chase. He's going to do everything he can to help Dalton Riley get it. That's just literally 4 more bonus points if the 77 wins this race. He hasn't led a lap yet, and that'd be 3 bonus points for winning the race. So, you know the 4 doesn't want that to happen. And them getting underneath Tyler Kaiser right there might just give Dalton Riley the win. Unless Nathan Stapleton can get up there and battle the 20. 4 laps to go this time by. If there's a caution now, it is over. Shockingly, this race could end up caution-free, which I don't think has ever happened at Rockingham. 4 to go. Nathan Stapleton gets underneath him. Exactly what Tyler Kaiser needed. They're side by side still. The 20 got passed by 2 cars. It's not all bed and roses with the 77, though. The 71 of Josh Dinger could still get underneath him. And he's going to do just that. Remember, Dalton and Tyler both pit the earliest of anybody. So these guys behind him still have about 3 to 5 laps fresher tires. And at Rockingham, that is huge. Remember, we raced on tire and fuel on times 5. So that's essentially 15 laps fresher, if you want to look at it that way. Oh, I thought Dalton was out of pit. Coming to 2 laps to go. Everyone should be able to make it without a problem. And the 77 is just dropping like a rock. He might have burned up his tires trying to reel him in because now he's 1.3 seconds back. Lost 3 tenths that time by, and he's still getting passed. Donovan Dewitt has dropped from 3rd to 5th, as now Bart Kesey could get by Tyler Kaiser. coming into the white flag. White flag is out. 1 to go for Dalton Riley. Bart Kesey up to second. Bart Kesey and Tyler Kaiser are childhood friends, so that's not what I think Tyler would have wanted to see his friend pass him. But coming through 3 and 4, it's not going to matter if the 99 gets by him. Dalton Riley is a 3-time FedEx Amateur Series winner and the most all-time. Dalton Riley, now your all-time wins leader in the FedEx Amateur Series. And Bart Kesey was coming, man. He was flying at the end. You guys might have thought this race was boring, but I love whenever pit strategy, and I love when that comes into play. It shows not only who's the best driver, but who has the best team behind him. And Dalton Riley gained time on pit road like nobody's business, so he definitely earned that win. He led basically every lap. So we're going to show your official top 10. Dalton Riley, 3rd career win, like I said, most all-time in the Amateur Series. And you got Bart Kesey 2nd, Tyler Kaiser 3rd, Logan Claudel 4th, and Donovan Dewitt 5th. 2 chasers in the top 5. They got Matt Flood, Alex Joaquin, Cameron Northcutt, Jeff Blackman, and Luke Ryan rounding out your top 10. Notables outside the top 10. Drew Charles 13th, Burt Ford 14th. Kyle Akers 25th. Not a good day for that 43 team. Hunter Spartan 32nd, Alice Flood 34th, Nathan Stapleton 37th, and the heartbreak of the season is Angie Brown. Like I said, dominated the season. Led points from basically the start of the season until the chase started, and she's had 2 basically last place finishes in a row. So hopefully that doesn't eliminate her from competition, but only time will tell. My house is getting loud, so I guess I'm going to end it here. Overall, I enjoyed the race. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.
He said, boy, can you make fans stand and scream your name? Have you hit him in the ass, never let off the gas till you rode into victory lane? He said, boy, do you know how it feels when you're running 3 wide? Cause if you're Daytona bound, let me wonder you're in for a ride.